Let's talk about how to find suppliers for your Amazon business. Whether you're in wholesale or arbitrage, in this video, we're gonna help you reach out to new suppliers and distributors that can help you grow your Amazon business. I'm Scott Needham. I've been a wholesaler for nearly a decade, and my business, we were one of the top 25 Amazon businesses in the world. And we had 500, 600, 700 wholesale relationships, and we were ordering from many different people. And I want to share with you some of the basic things that we use to build that list. It may only take 5 to 10 really solid suppliers to get started and to have a good business. But as a wholesale seller on Amazon, suppliers are your business. It's the hardest part, but it's also how you can keep getting products at a very affordable rate that people are buying on Amazon. And that's what makes wholesale so great, is that it is very scalable. Once you have one supplier relationship, then you add on a second, third, fourth, that gives you a big ability to buy products and grow your business. You will be spending a meaningful amount of your time finding, cultivating, building these relationships. So today, I'm gonna walk through the different ways to source suppliers. First, we're gonna talk about traditional sourcing. This is where you just find the suppliers. Then we're gonna talk about reverse sourcing, where you find the products, then you come backwards, and then you find the suppliers of those products. And then finally, we'll talk a little bit about how to reach out to suppliers. So first, let's describe a few things that we're looking for. We're looking for small to medium-sized brands. You're gonna look for brands that are not a seller themselves, that they don't sell directly onto Amazon and they use wholesale relationships. You're gonna look for brands that Amazon is not a primary seller of all of their products. And number 4 is you wanna stay away from private label products. And then we wanna find low competition for the buy box. We don't wanna deal with 20 other sellers fighting for the same sales. Number 7, you want highly profitable products. And then finally, number 8, you want improvement potential. I'm gonna tell you a little secret. These are all great things to have. You don't have to have every single one of them for things to work out. We sold a lot of products that weren't really in high demand, but they were profitable. Sure, we'd sell 5, 10, 20 units a month. If we were making, a good return on investment, that was fine. We were okay with that. So let's talk about traditional sourcing. And before that, I wanna highlight 2 different types of suppliers that you can work with. You can work with brands and manufacturers. This is where you go direct to whoever's creating the product and build a relationship and tell them, what you wanna do with their brand. Then there's distributors. They carry a lot of different brands. They could have a few hundred brands in their portfolio, and you could have immediate access to a lot of different products. In my business, we actually had a healthy mix of both. While distributors have there's usually a fee, you're not gonna find the lowest prices. Just having access to so many products was a huge growth lever for us, as we were able to find so many more products and ultimately build a very large catalog. So there's advantages and disadvantages with each of them. One of the harder things about working with brands is they're a little bit more finicky. They have their own Amazon strategy, and you may fit or may not fit in their strategy. Whereas distributors, they're a lot easier to open up an account. Often you may just need to show them a reseller certificate or fill out a form to become an authorized seller with a distributor. So sometimes there are distributors for a category. Let's take hobby. There's Horizon, there's Alliance Games. These have huge catalogs that have a lot of different products, and anything from like drones we sold to like model ships. So these distributors give you access to a huge catalog, and every category, be it, toys and games, arts and crafts, party supplies, they all have distributors in those categories. So if you want to specialize in one and really get to know, the landscape, that's a really great way to find new suppliers. Then there's local distributors. Local distributors are the easiest to find just on Google. Let's just jump in real quick. So let's jump in and type in Houston food distributors. And we're gonna find, a lot of different suppliers. I'll click on their website, get an idea of the types of brands that they are selling. So here's US Foods. Obviously you can schedule a consultation, give them a call on the phone, and Yeah, and then here on the other brands that they carry, I could see they're showing off what they have, and I'm sure they have many brands. Let's look at the Four Seasons food distributor. Now here's a perfect one. Citywide Wholesale Foods. They have brands like Frito-Lay, Red Bull, Fanta. You can get real lost in these. Oh, these are some great food products. And there's a good chance that some of these are actually really good products to sell on Amazon. When it comes to grocery, I like to make sure that there's at least 3 to 6 months of shelf life. It can take a while for things to sell through. Then there's niche distributors. I like to think of foreign distributors that fit in this category. I know a lot of successful Amazon sellers. They work with distributors that import all sorts of foreign brands that may not be available very easily to US consumers. And these are brands that are often loved. You can look up distributors on Google. There's all sorts of wholesale sites. And then you could go to trade shows. There's trade shows going on all over the nation. My company, we'd go to about 12 trade shows a year. It was fun to travel, but it was also just very valuable to be there in person. I think the most popular trade shows would be ASD in Las Vegas. There's the Toy Fair in New York. There's the Natural Foods Expo in Los Angeles. All of these have a lot of brands that sell on Amazon, and they can be open to working with third-party sellers. Now let's talk about one of my favorite ways to find brands, and that's through reverse sourcing. So reverse sourcing is where we first find the products that are selling well on Amazon, that look like an opportunity, that don't have Amazon selling on them, and then we look for distributors of those brands. So one of the best ways to do reverse sourcing is to use the tool Smart Scout. We have every single brand on Amazon, and we can filter to find the brands that we want to work with. We could take a category, and we could take a type of brand like that they have resellers, and we know that they don't sell direct. So let's jump in and kind of refresh all of the searches. I'm going to take a category. Let's jump into toys and games. I'm then going to filter out the small. I don't want too small of brands, but I want them to do at least 10,000 a month. And then let's cap it at $1 million a month. So, and then let's make sure that the Amazon doesn't sell a lot of them. So let's do a maximum of 20% Amazon in stock rate. The Amazon in stock rate is how much the company Amazon is actually selling this brand's products. Sometimes you can see stuff up to 100% where Amazon is selling everything. I like to find where they're less than 20%. These will be brands that are more attractive. I'm tracking about 8,000 brands here. Let's see if we can't filter this a little bit further. I want to find brands that don't have a dominant seller of over 50%. This means that no one is totally crowding it out. And let's take out brands that are Chinese brands. So not contains CN. Okay, now we got 250 brands. Douglas, Fat Brain Toys, Elf on the Shelf, Squishmallow. I've seen all these brands, I know them. They're pretty good. Let's actually jump into Squishmallow. This would be a great brand. I think you can go direct with them. I look at the sellers and see River Colony Trading, SML Plush, XN Direct. This is great to see a lot of different resellers, and I think I have a chance to open up. I went on their website and there's a contact us. Let me just finish that and just so you can go to the contact us and reach out to them and see if they're open up to new wholesale relationships. Let's jump in and look at one other brand, just for fun. So, Douglas, a large toy brand. I want to look at their products. I want to get an idea. With Smart Scout, you can get an idea of how many sellers are on them. Some of them have 5, some of them have 16. Let's look at this 5. Very interesting. Little baby teething toy. Looks like it'd be very popular on Amazon. There's a seller, Sparkfish, at $22. That's kind of a good sweet spot. I think this could be an opportunity. So let's look at the sellers. Oh, perfect. I love seeing stuff like this. This brand is completely open to resellers. And that means I know that there's a distributor out there or they open up direct relationships. Douglas Toys Wholesale. I'm seeing, a few different sites that I would jump into. Douglas Cuddly Toy for retailers. Looks like they have a wholesale portal. Welcome retailers. Please call 800-992-9002 or orders@douglastoys.com. So right there, we could start a whole relationship with a brand directly without even having to work with distributors. Like I said, I like to do a little bit of both. I do think the reverse sourcing is one of the better ways to begin, because you want to start with what works. And what works is what's selling on Amazon today, and that is open to resellers. So finally, let's talk about how to reach out to suppliers. Don't be afraid to get on the phone. It's one of the fastest ways to get an idea of who's who, and you can express your value proposition, but you're gonna wanna ask them questions. What are they looking for? Who are the types of people that they are selling to? Maybe you wanna fit a few of those boxes. You wanna lead with value. You wanna be thoughtful, talk to them about their Amazon presence and your goals of growing it. Yeah, one of the better ways to add value is to help them see why you're gonna help them make money. And you can always use ChatGPT, but if you're gonna write them an email, you wanna make sure that it's very upfront and direct, tell you who you are. You can consider using ChatGPT to help you write that email. You may want to edit that just a little bit, but it's a good start. We would like to ask for an Excel price sheet as soon as possible so we have a real idea on the brand. But if you've done your research first, you should actually talk to them about a brand that you're excited to work with. So to recap, suppliers are essential. They are the lifeblood of your business, and the more you get, the more opportunities that you're going to be able to purchase. And whether you're doing traditional sourcing or reverse sourcing, both can help you find the leads that you want. And always be professional, help them see what is in it for them. Thanks for watching this video. We like to talk a lot about wholesale on this channel. If you liked what you see, please subscribe. If you really want to jump into wholesale, you can consider using Smart Scout. We have a coupon code SMART2024. It is the best tool for Amazon wholesale. I know because I built it, and we've been growing to over 3,000 active users that are using this to improve their business. And finally, we actually have a yearly conference called AMZ United. It's where the largest wholesalers and the most successful ones come together and they talk, share strategies, and show what it takes to win in 2024. We also have an entire video where I talk about reaching out to suppliers and the best way to turning those maybes into a yes. So you can check out this video right here. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next video.